Hey everybody, Elton here. I want to thank everybody that attended the training earlier today. Excuse me. I want to remind you guys this Thursday at the IHOP. I think that's February the 9th. At the IHOP at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., myself and Michael are going to really go into working your database in 2023. Michael is going to go over some specific strategies again regarding KV Core. So if you are using KV Core, thinking about KV Core, Michael has mastered some of the functions really well, and he's going to go over a little bit of that. So remember, it's 10 to 12. The goal is to start at 10 o'clock on time. And we will be serving breakfast, but that's what we're looking to do. We want to get in some good training time. You do not have to be an EXP agent to be at this training, but we're going to be meats and potatoes and hope that you're ready to come roll your sleeves up and let's put a little bit of work in. All right. That being said, is at the earlier training, I had some of you guys talking about just some of the different struggles, things like that you're having with EXP in regards to agent attraction. And a few of us, because the market has changed, we're expressing some frustrations along your production, as long as touching base with people, and et cetera, and all of that. So I just want to quickly go over just a couple of things. Maybe it won't be quickly. Y'all know I like to talk, but on the production thing, there's a couple of things that you guys really have to put down and say, now we've gone from, because we're back in more of a normal market, quote unquote normal market, meaning that unlike the previous months where everything's selling above list, all your contingencies are waived. There's really no negotiation on the physical inspection. It's pretty much take it or leave it, and there's another offer coming, that sort of thing. Now, the market, in my opinion, has improved a little bit. Interest rates have come down a little bit, but we're nowhere near where we were, this time last year. So when I say more of a normal market, that means that now we have to show buyers the value of why they want to buy at the prices that it's at, because more than likely it's going to cost them a little bit more per month than it would have, say, 6 or 8 months ago. And on the seller side, we have to show them that just because the market is not going up 10% every month doesn't mean that it's not a great opportunity for them to sell. And then we get to negotiate, navigate, and work the escrows till they come to a close, and it'd be a win-win for buyer and seller. See, we're back to that type of stuff now. So one of the things that you really want to do is understand that we like to say, what I've always said is, you become in lead generation, you become prospecting based and marketing enhanced. Prospecting based and marketing
What's the
enhanced.
schedule on this in terms of
At the end of the day, you don't have to do that. You can be all marketing. If you're going to do all marketing, obviously you're, how much money do you want to put into it? How much budget? How much are you willing to spend to get some transactions? Prospecting base, say you don't want to spend any money at all. So now it's going to be, your sleeves are going to be rolled up all the time, and you're going to be, elbow grease to get your deals, your leads, your deals put together. And nothing wrong with that. But what I can tell you, after 35 years of doing this, there comes a point to where you want to have both avenues working for you. You want to have both avenues working from you, so that you've always got the opportunity to get good leads that you can get appointments with, that you can get the contract with, and help those families. So one of the things I would tell you is, you really need to time block and consistently work lead generation and marketing. So for me, it's generally 8:30 in the morning to 10:30. That's the time block that I have. Everybody's time block can be different. I can give you reasons why you go early. I can give you reasons why you go late. It's really going to depend upon what you're going to do and what you're going to do consistently. So consistently, maybe you got a dual career or whatever, then nights work better for you. That's okay. And maybe, you don't have time in the evening. You got kids and homework and sports and all that kind of stuff. So morning works for you, or afternoon works. The key to it is to block time for it and consistently get it done, and understand that that is an appointment that you are making with yourself to do your lead generation, just as if you had a $5 million listing appointment. You would not miss out on that time. So these are the things you do to get that $5 million listing appointment. You have to put your grind in, and you have to be consistent about it. The other thing is to understand that the prospecting, the marketing, all that stuff is usually not fun. It's usually not exciting. It's normally very boring and mundane, but you have to do it consistently. You have to do it consistently to get the results you want to get, right? And if you do that consistently and you get the results you want to get, all of a sudden that feels more exciting if you're getting the results. But just understand you got to put in that work. It's kind of like being an athlete, right? Being an athlete, my sport way back in the day was basketball. When you're an athlete, there's an awful lot of practice that goes in before getting the game. I mean, not only do you practicing with your team, you're doing individual practicing. I mean, maybe you're shooting 500 shots after practice. Maybe you're taking 500 free throws. Maybe you are in the gym working on your weight training, whatever it is. There's an awful lot of things that you do just to play a certain amount of time that you play in a game, right? But there's a whole lot of work that goes in before you get there. So it's nothing different about real estate, because we are a contact sport. So that's the one thing in production. I would tell you to be consistent. Don't get discouraged when it doesn't work right away. Don't be discouraged. And then the flip side of that is, if it does work for you right away, et cetera, don't get too high about it. Stay humble, stay focused. You will have some valleys. You're going to have some peaks. You're going to have some valleys. Never let the highs get too high or the lows get too low. You want to stay consistent and as even keeled as you possibly can. That'll give you that consistency in the business, right? Real quick on the agent attraction. It's one thing to remember. People come when they're ready. They don't come when you're ready for them to come. People receive it when they receive it. I would encourage you to become more informational based versus going out and quote unquote, like what we say, EXPing on everybody. Don't just drop a whole lot of stuff. In my opinion,
it's about 7,600 square feet.
Particularly if it's someone that you know,
using 160 or
it's more able to reach out to them, particularly maybe in a one-on-one session of some sort, and really actually talk to them and keep the focus on them. How are things going in their business? What are they looking for? Where are they planning to be 5 years down the road? What are they doing to get to that? What about their particular brokerage that maybe they don't like or that they would change? Like if you could change one thing about your current broker or your current situation, what would it be? They may say something like, oh, I wish there were more training. So now when you're talking to them and you're going over the DXP model, what you really want to share with them is about all the training that we have. All of the online training, all the training, hopefully that your team's doing, what training or coaching you can help get them, provide for them, do with them. You want to focus on that. Maybe they focus on the fact that, we don't really have savings built up like we should, or we want to be able to retire one day. So maybe at that point you're looking at the stock program. Maybe you're looking at the agent equity stock building program. You feeling me? So you wanted to appeal to what it is that they feel there's a need for, because we have so much. We have so much at EXP. It is very, very easy to, number one, overwhelm people. Number two, make it sound so fantastic that they just can't believe it and they won't do anything because they know it's a catch somewhere and they just haven't been able to find it. We want to make it easy for people to, in the words of a previous broker friend of mine, self-discover why the business model is good for them. Last, not least, and in my opinion, this will be the difference to whether you make it as far as agent attraction goes. You yourself, you got to believe it, man. You have to believe it. See, When I first came to EXP after the Keller Williams office I was at, EXP, honestly, the agent attraction part did not appeal to me and my wife at all, because we did not experience the success that we thought we would get at the Keller Williams profit sharing system. And I'm not even blaming it on Keller Williams. I'm just going to say it did not work for us the way we were thinking it should work. So we were not excited about the EXP agent attraction. So we didn't talk about it very much. And if someone kind of, particularly there from Keller Williams, if they kind of challenged us on that, we just left it. We left it because it was like, dude, I'm not pushing that because it didn't work for me at the other place. You know what that was and why we did that and what you should not do? You need to learn your business model. You need to learn it. You need to understand it. You need to be able to articulate it. You need to make sure that you understand it, because if you understand it, nobody can waver you, and you have no problem talking about it. See, there's a saying that I say, because I was at Keller Williams for so long. The movie that's being written right now by EXP, I've seen this movie already. I already know the ending. You know how it is, you look at a movie and you watched it more than once, and you already know how it ends up. I know how this story ends because I've seen it before. I know this business model in and out.
I mean, across the water.
And I could sit in front of any CEO. I could sit in front of any top mega agent. I could sit in front of anybody that wanted to debate me or really talk to me about EXP. And I can guarantee you that they won't waver me. If they waver me, then they've got a great plan. Because the plan here is great. We've now been here 4 years. I can show, prove, tell honestly from my heart that it's changed our business lives. I can say from the heart of 4 or 5 years from now, our business lives will be better than they would have been if we did not make the decision. I can tell you that I don't do anything different than done previously, and I'm still watching a total business grow. And watching a business grow, that doesn't mean I just have to go list and sell homes. See, some of you have heard me before, have heard me speak on it. I don't want my dash. My dash, you know what your dash is? The day that you got here and the day that you expire, the day that you leave. I don't want people to just look at my dash and my body of work and all they talk about is, well, he invested in sold homes. See, for me, real estate is what I do. Real estate's not who I am. And I'm looking to fund and do other things in my life other than list and sell. So because of that, I would tell you and I would encourage you, figure out whatever that why is for you, right? Figure out what it is, where you want to be, what 5 years from now looks different than 5 years from today. And if you need help building your business, you need help producing at a more productive level, reach out to us here at Elgin & Pilar and the Elgin & Pilar Walker team. And as always, we're here to help. Just remember this, that no matter where you are in life, it's just a temporary condition because things change. And it truly is, it's a great life. Thank you for coming to the training earlier. And I hope that this gives you some assistance upon where you want to be down the road. God bless.